Hey y'all, this is Felicity Chaos of Felicity 90 Degrees, also known as Chaotic Opossum. I am here today to give y'all a tarot reading, but I wanted to give you a little bit of story first as to why I'm doing this. I'm going to put the timestamps. I don't know how to do actual timestamps, but I'm going to put the times in the description, so if y'all don't want to hear my story, which is fine, you can just skip on ahead. But anyway, I was watching this. It started off with me not watching anything. I was just looking through my feed, and most of the time, unless it's somebody that I vibe with, for instance, like when it comes to tarot readings or like channel readings or something, there's a selection of people that I listen to, because when I listen to their videos, I really resonate with them, and I'm like, we're just on the same vibe or frequency or whatever the heck y'all want to call it. And so, like, for tarot readings, I usually go to ediyasmr or Shonetta's Divine tarot reading. Love them both. They have very two different styles. ediyasmr is ASMR and Shonnetta is, well, if y'all know Shonnetta, she's Shonnetta. I love her. She's amazing. And, honestly, they're both just so great. I love them both. I got a reading that came up in my feed from ediyasmr literally last night. And, legit, I got the Tower card, y'all. And everything else in that thing in the spread resonated. So I was flipping out, y'all. I was crashing out. I was like, man, I was trying to go to sleep. But anyway, keep that in mind, right? I got this Tower moment coming. I keep getting Tower cards in my readings that I've done for other people, and I'm thinking in my head, I sure am glad that ain't me. I sure am glad that ain't me. Meanwhile. Anyway, so I'm looking through my feed, and I see this video that this lady posted. Now, I cannot remember how to pronounce her name. I think it's like Sefi. Forgive me. But anyway, it's her name and then heels. And she posted this video for Lionsgate Portal. I didn't know what that was. And that wasn't in the title of the first video of hers I watched. It was just watched before August 12th. And I kid you not, it was 1 a.m. on the 13th. Because my insomnia was killing me, right? And I'm like, just something about it. Anyway, even though it had the little date on it, like, don't watch this. It was like, watch this August 12th, no time after. Okay. But, like, I was, like, so drawn to it. I watch it. She starts talking about Lionsgate Portal and this time of the year during August, around the 8th to the 12th of the month. And how it's like a shifting time during the year. Now, I've never heard about this, so I don't know if it's a new age thing or if it is just like different words to describe this time of the year than I've heard about before. But this time of the year is always really hard for me because I'm dealing with grief, because this was the month my grandfather died when I was in the 10th grade. And so I've been really depressed. I've been going through a lot. And just so y'all know, I'm going to be switching back and forth between accents. I always think I find my voice and I'm like, this is my voice now. Or this is my voice now. Or, like, I have so many accents, y'all. It's ridiculous. I don't even know. But anyway, I watched this video and it just resonated so hard. And then in her video, she talks about how she's going to do a live later. Keep in mind, or she did a live before, one of the two, because I believe this video was a few days old. Not quite sure. But anyway, I watched this video. And then the other video that she suggested, the live that she did, I watched that video. And I'm getting to the part of the story that I really want to tell you. The second video I watched of hers was an hour long of her explaining manifestation and why it may not be working for you. And all of this other stuff. She talked about her personal story. She talked about her mother, watching her mother and her experience with the law of assumption. And then after talking about like manifestation and all of that, right? At the end of the video, she did this meditation. And I wanted to tell y'all about this meditation, right? Now, I'm a very visual thinker. I'm such a visual thinker that I don't know if it's because I also have synesthesia or if it's just because I have a really big imagination. But sometimes I literally think so much that I can see my thoughts outside of my head. It's but anyway, so when I visualize, I like really, or when I daydream, I really get into it. Like if you've ever seen Walter Mitty, the movie Walter Mitty, it's one of my favorite movies. Let me go get it so I can show you. This movie right here, it's about a fella who daydreams so much until like eventually he just decides he needs to go do something important. And when he goes to do this thing, he just thinks he has to do it. But what he doesn't realize is that he's awakening to the life he's been dreaming about, right? And it's such a feel-good movie, and I love it so stinking much. But in this movie, you can see as his daydreams start to fade away, as he starts actually living the life he wants to have. And in this movie, when he daydreams, you know, movie magic and stuff, he's in the daydream, right? And that's how it is for me when I think, or when I'm like daydreaming, I'm like in it. Like, yes, I can see, technically I can see what's going on around me, but I'm like mentally looking inside my head at the daydream, so I can't see or hear what's going on. Like when I'm hyper focused on something, because I'm a ADHDer, right? Somebody could be saying something to me and I'll respond, but I don't know jack diddly about what they're saying to me, right? But anyway, so I did this, I went along with her meditation, but my visual part, like the visual part of my brain was like creating this like vision with what she was describing and also separately from it. And it was just so intense, dude. And usually when I set up my circle, because I do a circle cast for my tarot readings. Not everybody feels comfortable with that, but that's just what I do. That's what I like. Anyway, so I usually use an incense that is associated with grounding. But I decided to do throat this time because part of like a lot of the messages that I've been getting from my readings, from like synchronicities and stuff, is that I need to be more authentic to myself. So I'm going to tell y'all this meditation experience that I had. So as she was leading you through the meditation, she was like saying these affirmations along with it and saying the things that were like fading away and leaving your body, right? For this meditation to make sense, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my childhood. Okay, so going back a little bit. I grew up Mormon, and in Mormonism, they do this thing called blessing the sacrament. They do bread and water representing the body and the blood of Christ. And every Sunday, you would take the sacrament, unless you were deemed unworthy, and then you couldn't, right? And when they were doing that, or when they were doing blessings on people, I would always imagine this like legit, like I would just be imagining like this light coming down going into their bodies and going through their hands, right? And I always like imagine this light to be this really like, I wouldn't say exactly like lightning blue, but it was like this really bright, vibrant, like greeny blue, but it was more blue, right? And eventually later on, when I started like meditating and doing energy work, I like kind of discovered, and it's like so weird to talk about because I'm always on like the line of atheist and polyatheist and polytheist. I'm always on the line of atheist and polytheist, and like using archetypes instead of like believing their beings and stuff. Like, I mean, I do like identify as a chaos magician, so like that makes sense. But anyway, when I was learning how to do energy work, I like saw my color. I don't really know how to explain that, but like in my experience, everybody has like a core color. There's aura colors too, but the core color is usually different. At least for me, when I do. What in the Sam Hill was that sound? My ears be perking up. My ears will. How do I say that? My ears. Uh, I heard something. That's what I mean. But anyway. And this core color was very similar to like the color that I always imagined coming from the heavens, right? But my color is more like electric blue, like lightning. I don't know how to explain it. It's like lightning colored, like white blue, but like neon. I don't know how to explain it, y'all. I really don't. But anyway, so this color during this meditation, I like, she was describing like a white light, but that's not what I was seeing. I was seeing this color coming from the heavens, and then I was seeing my color go up, like surrounding it, right? And then my roots, like I saw the color go down like roots of a tree down into the earth, down, 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 and spreading out, right? And then I saw my hands filling up with this energy. And then I just like imagined myself drinking it. And I had my left hand on my right hand because during the talk that she was giving, she was talking about how your left hand receives and your right hand gives. And y'all, that shit is so crazy because I've been thinking about that a lot. I have this servitor that I use, and I draw his symbol on my right hand when I am like trying to put energy into him, and when I'm trying to give like get it back, when I'm trying to take some, I do it in my left hand because that's just like what feels natural to me. And so when she said that, I was like, yo, that's like but anyway, and so like I had my hands like this and I imagined drinking it, and as like my personal version of the meditation of me like receiving my truth, receiving my energy. And I imagine like tasting sweetness. And I imagined it filling up the room and filling up the room until I was consumed by it. And then I pulled it back in. And then I just let it flow naturally. And at some point during that meditation that I was doing, she was saying something about like the heart or the center or something, and I can't remember what it was, but when she said that, y'all, it was crazy. I felt the like the color of the energy change, and like green just like and it just like spread out, like exploded out of my, like the, like, keep in mind, If you don't believe in this, that's fine. You could say this is all in my head. We playing imaginary games. I don't care. It was cool. Okay? It was like this energy, like, just, no. It was like, but all at once, like streams of light. And it was like, y'all, it was crazy. It was crazy. I really love guided meditations because as a person with OCD, like, I deal with a lot of intrusive thoughts, and I have not gained the training on how to, like, make them go away. And I've watched a lot of videos that are like, let's do, like, you need to distract yourself. And it's like, sometimes that's easier than others, you know what I'm saying? But guided meditations that, like, give visuals are so helpful for me. But with all of that in mind, that inspired me to do this reading. It inspired the names that I have given to each pile. And watching her video inspired the name that this video is going to be called. So, what I want y'all to do is I want y'all to take a deep breath. Oh, through the nose first. Don't be breathing in through your mouth. Breathe through your nose. Hold it. If you want to close your eyes, if you feel like that's what you're called to do, that's fine. If you want to keep your eyes open, if you would like to keep your eyes open, keep your eyes open. Breathe in. Breathe in. Hold. Out. Okay. I'm going to show y'all my piles now. I'm so excited. I worked so hard on this. Okay, now remember, pick whichever one calls to you. This is a knockoff of a deck, just so y'all know. So if you want to go get it, it's a Sam Sawyer Bone Tarot deck. So this is the Bone Tarot. This is the tarot cards. I believe they're called Zodiacs, or no, Celestial Tarot cards. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. I believe they were gotten at Five Below. And these are the Golden Thread Tarot by, is it Gina Gong or Tina Gong? Hold on, y'all. It's Tina Gong. Okay. Now we have grief, trust, and creativity. With grief, we have a, oh shoot, what's it called? A selenite crystal ball. This is put in my little shrine for my beloved passed on cat Gideon. This is trust. And we have a labradorite heart that my partner gave me. And then for creativity, we have an amethyst that is on the little altar that I have for my servitor that aids me in my creative endeavor. Would y'all call, please? Thank you. Okay. That aids me in my creative endeavors. So, just pick whichever one calls to you. And then go to the little time thingy. I'll give y'all a little more time to think about it just in case though. I know we did the breathing, but remember to trust your intuition. All right, y'all. I just got to grab my Dr. P here. Okay. So, this one was very interesting to me because I expected a lot of reverse cards for this group on account of the subject matter or the word that I felt called to use with it. But I will tell you this right now. This is a very hopeful spread. And y'all, for real, it really Let me just set it all up so I can look at it. So we're going to start with the 4 set for all of the spreads. And I'm probably going to say this in every one of the readings. For all of the spreads, I drew 4 of the golden thread, 2 of the bone, and 3 of the celestial. Anyway. So, first thing I want to say is y'all are at a major turning point. You got Judgment, the High Priestess, and the Hangman. And for me, when I see a multiple or multitude of major arcana cards, that to me says that somebody is going through something major, which in this case, you either just lost somebody or something or a relationship, right? I'm getting that some of y'all lost a corporate job. Or something to do with, I'm seeing a bunch of desks and a big window. Like desks that are like real close together. I see some of y'all looking at graves. Some of y'all have recently lost a pet. Mittens, buttons. So a common thing that I see with the High Priestess is a blindfold. Because she sees with the third eye rather than her eyes. She trusts her intuition. Just want to point that out. Where's my little thingy? My little thing in my bobber. Now, let's see here. Now, what? Okay. Yeah. Intuition, unconscious, inner voice. This was the first card that came out. Nearly flew out of the deck. And, oh, that's interesting. I didn't expect that. I'm sensing that some of y'all are Christian and that you've been opening your Bible a lot during this time. Ooh, some of y'all have been losing your faith. That's the grief you've been dealing with. Some of y'all. I know what that's like. Y'all. leaving Mormonism was hard. That took like a year for me. It was a whole process. Changing your faith is hard. Especially if it's not working for you no more. But I'm not seeing that for everybody. I'm sensing some Christian witches. Let's see. I'm getting the majority here is y'all are ready to move forward, but this here, the reason you pick this is because your grief is what's holding you back. With some of y'all, it's the fear of grief. I was going to say something completely different. I don't even know why that came out of my mouth. I don't even know what I was going to say now. That was really weird. That was interesting. I think I need to go to judgment now. That one's really calling out to me. With judgment. Shoot, I can never find it. There we go. Judgment. Reverse. Lack of self-awareness, doubt, and self-loathing. Oh. I know what that's like, y'all. I feel that. That's a mood. That is a whole mood. I mean, for real, sometimes you can be the most self-aware person ever. But when it comes to moving forward or what you need to do, it can be right under your nose sometimes and you don't even realize it. Now, here, okay, this is what we got. This is what it looked like, but it's in reverse. Okay, so what do I see? Let me think. The first thing that comes to mind with this is like bear trap. You're stuck in something that you're afraid to get out of, but it's hurting you. And unlike the bear, right, you have the capability to get out of your situation. You just don't know how, or you're choosing to stay blind. I'm getting a lot of self-sacrificing from this because we also have the hangman or the martyr. And in this imagery, when you look at it like this, there's a cross there behind it. And so, and there's a cross here too, right? But here's the thing. So if y'all are Christian, so those of y'all that are Christian, right? I don't really know how to say this, but like Jesus died for your sins, right? So there's gonna be some of y'all out there who are being held back by guilt of what you haven't accomplished, of what you haven't done, or what you have done. And for y'all, the answer is in the good book. Now, for other people, even if you're not Christian, because I'm not Christian either, I work with a lot of Christ characters in my work. So like a Christ character can mean a lot of things. A lot of different religions have the Christ character, which can refer to a being of like 3 parts. Like for instance, Christ is typically represented as Father, Son, Holy Ghost, or Shepherd, King, and the warrior. The story that I was always told as a kid was that the reason the Jewish people rejected Christ in his time was because they were under the impression that he was supposed to be this great warrior and save them from Rome, and then he didn't. And I don't know how true that is, but that's the story that I was told. And so, like, Hecate is one of them. She's got 3 parts: Mother, Maid, and Crone. She's the only one I can think about right now, unfortunately. But a lot of these characters that have, or gods, deities, who, however you want to see them, that have different parts of themselves, I would definitely suggest learning about them during this time. Because what I'm seeing is that a lot of y'all are being held back from the lack of exploration of yourself. With this lack of self-awareness, that's where this is coming from, is there's something going on in your psyche that you don't realize. And it's something that other people see too. Some of y'all, I'm seeing somebody in blue right now, like a blue shirt. You've been called out on behavior before by people. I'm not just talking 1. I'm not just talking 2. I'm not even talking about your haters. I'm talking about like people in general have called you out for certain behaviors. And you don't see that you're doing that. I'm telling you right now, you're going to catch yourself doing it and you're going to go, what? Because I've been there. It's when that thing is right under your nose, that thing that needs to change, and you haven't seen it, and then you're just like, oh my gosh, it's been there the whole time. It's crazy. Now, we have the Page of Wands. Now, first thing I get when I see this card is traveling. We've got travelers, we've got explorers, we've got nomads here. Okay, so right now I'm really seeing like hippies. I'm getting some hippie vibes. Some of y'all are definitely interested in the van life. For sure. One of y'all, a couple of y'all might even have a van. you want to follow where the wind takes you, where your heart takes you. But you're being a stick in the mud. What else do we need to know? Let's see, page of wands. Exploration, excitement, freedom, courage, and faith. This really reminds me of the video that I was talking to y'all about. She was talking about the law of assumption in the video and how you have to assume that things are going to come true. And in the video, she talks about how you need to have faith in whether it's God, universe, or whatever, right? And I'm really sensing that here. You need to have a faith. You need to have an assumption that things will come your way. Now, I keep getting called back to this self-sacrificing energy. Specifically, what y'all need to know, those of y'all who are really deeply embodying this energy, you think you are being humble, you think you're being selfless, but if you're doing it at the detriment of yourself and you are not being true to yourself, you are dishonoring who you are. You are dishonoring your purpose. Because if you are using, and that's the thing right there, if you're giving all of your energy, you're not using it, you're giving it away, right? So there's this unnecessarily martyr energy here where a lot of you are sacrificing all your time, money, energy, whatever it is, on people and things that don't deserve you. Some of y'all though, just need to learn boundaries. Because with some of y'all, you're expending all this energy over and over and over and over and over again with people who genuinely care about you and love you, who don't realize that they're exhausting you because you're not asking for space. You're not asking for rest. You're not taking time to yourself. Y'all. Okay, so for these specific people, y'all got some heavy people pleaser energy. You really need to take a step back and tell the people that you care about, hey, I love you, I need space. Because you are so concerned with pleasing other people and having other people liking you that you are making yourself miserable. And y'all, listen. If you don't like somebody, they don't need to like you. Some of y'all really need to hear that. I can tell. You're over here crying about some guy that don't give two jacks about you. But because you think he does, or because you think you care about him, you're letting him control your life. Right? Or, okay, so I'm getting like motherly, grandmotherly energy. Okay, so some of y'all are like this with your moms, your grandmas, etc. maybe a parental figure, where they are a very controlling person. And it was hard for you to become an adult, go out on your own, all this other jazz, because they want you to be independent, but only within their scope, only within their list of things. They don't let you just be you. I know. Okay. You can't see my belly, but I'm tapping on my belly. Okay. Now we're going to get to the cups, because I feel like this is the one we should go to next. And I kind of already did the hangman, but let me, actually, you know what? Let me look at the hangman real quick, see if there's anything I missed. Sacrifice, release, martyrdom, waiting. Some of y'all think you're being patient, but you're just procrastinating. I'm just saying. Some of y'all think you are being patient, but you are just procrastinating. I'm just saying. Okay. Now, with the Four of Cups. Upright community home celebration. What? Okay, I know that didn't sound right. I read the Four of Wands. The Four of Cups is apathy. Y'all, I'm dyslexic. Give me a sec. Contemplation. Yeah, I think that's contemplation. And oh, disconnectedness. Is that even a word? Disconnectedness. Okay. This is what I see. Okay, right? This cup is full. This has nice juice in it, whatever, right? She worked hard on it. She's presenting it. But she's wearing a fake smile. Some of y'all work so hard on everything that you do that you will complete one thing, but then you'll have a whole other list of things that aren't done. And this one thing that you completed does not matter to you because everything else on the list is undone. You know when they say that pessimists see the glass half empty and optimists see the glass half full? I heard a different one today where pessimists see the glass half empty. Optimists just fill the cup back up. Now, I don't know why in the Sam Hill this is really a saying, because if you're drinking out of a cup, I don't know why you would fill that cup up or complain about it being half empty when you're drinking out of it. That don't make no sense to me. But the new one I heard kind of made sense, because it's like, you don't realize how abundant you are, or how creative you are, or how capable you are. You can do anything, literally anything. But all you see is that unfinished list. All you see are your limitations. All you see is this lack mindset. Meanwhile, you're over here creating alchemy, turning water into wine. I mean, come on. Talk about intuition, right? You need to attune yourself to reality that you are that bitch. I mean, seriously. It's ridiculous. Do you know how many times I am talking to somebody that I love dearly, okay? And they're telling me about some man. And listen, if you're one of my friends and you just happen to click on this, I just want you to know I am not talking about, like, you specifically. I've had so many friends do this, okay? So please don't feel called out, okay? Where they come to me and they're upset about a guy who is just like, they're like way better than them, right? It's not even a looks thing. It's a personality thing, right? They just have so much love and compassion that this little shithead comes into their life and sees that they got all this love and compassion, and they gon' nom on it. And they gon' eat it all up. And then there ain't nothing left. But because this person, my friends, are just these loving, caring people who have these people pleaser tendencies because of trauma or whatnot, you know? They just keep giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving because they feel like their love is abundant. But then they get exhausted. And so then they come to me. And I'm like, leave his ass. Leave his ass. Leave his ass. Dump his ass. Dump his ass. And they're like, I love him, but he loves me. Girl. What? No. No, the fuck he does not. Love is unconditional. Love is you got a goal, I help you achieve it. Love is you need a sandwich, I make you a sandwich. You on your period? Let me help you up. What? Love ain't beating you. Love ain't talking down to you. You think that's love because that's what you're used to. That's what you feel safe in. And I've been there. I get it. But for me, I've always had the benefit where even though I've been in that situation where that's what I thought love was, I have always had this little fiery spirit. Is somebody yelling at me? I yelling at them back. I have a lot of anger issues, right? But anger can be a good thing. Sometimes it can tell you when you're being mistreated or when you feel mistreated. And so I'm a lot better now. And I've learned not to put up with people's shit. And sometimes that's really hard to do. Sometimes I gotta go to my man and be like, this person is getting on my last nerves. Can you block them for me? And he'll be like, okay, but you can do it. And he'll encourage me to do it myself. See, that's what love is. Someone who can help you do things that you can't do, but also encourages you to do things you can do and holds you accountable. And now you may think that's a very simple example, but it's one of the little things that means a lot to me. And again, if any of my current friends see this video, please know I am not talking about you specifically. This has happened so many times. I have lost friendships over this. So, like, serious. This is a big whole needing to change cycle thing, right? This is something that a lot of people go through. And again, it doesn't have to be a relationship. You don't have to be a woman, okay? It can be anything. But there are just certain things that treat you poorly. Certain people that treat you poorly. You know, dead-end jobs, shitty coworkers, asshole partners. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, moving on. Now we've got the Ten of Wands. Doobly-doo. Doobly-doo. So with the Ten of Wands, and I'm going to use this guidebook because I don't have the guidebook for this one because I accidentally bought a ripoff of the deck. Ten of Wands. Is it upright? Yeah, it's upright. Ten of Wands. Accomplishment, responsibility, duty, and burden. Oh my, y'all. Know what your responsibilities are, what you need to take accountability for. Okay? And know the difference between your shit and other people's shit. What your duty is, what their duty is. I don't know how many times I hear these stories online about women letting their man walk all over them, acting like it's okay for them to not help with the kids. Men who say, I'm babysitting the kids when they are their own shit, that's their own kids. Hell no. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Okay? Seriously. Your wife needs to hang out with a friend. Watch the damn kids. Get off your damn game. I said what I said. I'm just saying. Know what your duty is and know what other people's duty are. Okay? Because you may feel like a burden. But it's not true. Everyone deserves time to themselves. Everyone deserves time with their friends. Everyone deserves rest. What else? Let me see. Okay. There was another card I was talking about this with this. This is a similar vibe that I'm getting, right? You've got that list of things you want to do. You do one, and then you feel shitty that the rest of the list isn't fulfilled. This card is about accomplishments, okay? Acknowledge your accomplishments. Be nice to yourself. You deserve it. We're bad bitches here. Remember that. Damn. For real. Treat yourself. That's another thing. So, like, if you're witchy, spooky, goth, you might like collecting, like, cleaning and collecting animal bones, right? So that in my brain, ooh, collections. What is collections? That is a luxury because you got to have money to collect things. If you're spending your money on things you ain't got money for, okay, you're not treating yourself. Learn how to budget. But when you have the time, when you got the money, treat yourself. Like Parks and Rec. Have a treat yourself. Okay? Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Okay, now here. Now hold on. V-I. V-I. V is 5. I-V is 4. So this is 6, right? 1, 2, yeah, 6. Okay. Now, it's upside down. So we got the 6 of Wands, swords. Upside down. 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords. Reversed. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. This is great. Moving forward. Leaving home. Independence. Y'all, what have I been saying? What have I been saying? This is all about breaking cycles. Now, if y'all are concerned about grief in terms of breaking cycles, because I'm sensing that from some of y'all, I need you to understand from personal experience, moving forward from grief does not mean, okay, moving forward from grief does not mean you stop grieving. Okay? Moving forward from grief does not mean you forget your loved ones. Does not mean you forget the experiences that hurt you. Moving forward from grief is taking that love and cherishing it and honoring it and letting it shape you into a better person. It's about finding your true self. My grandfather was one of my biggest supporters. And after he died, I couldn't play the guitar. And I had been trying to learn for years. And so I signed up for a class in high school and I couldn't do it. It was just too hard for me because that's something he always did for me. He played the guitar for me. He played the piano for me. We did bird watching together. There was all of these things that I couldn't do anymore because he was gone and just they were so associated with him. So find ways to honor that grief. Honor yourself. Honor your loved ones. Maybe you need to create a ritual, right? Maybe you need to set up a little thing for them. A little remembrance thing or a shrine. Or, I believe in Mexican culture it's called an ofrenda. I believe that is the thing I'm trying to describe. Like a ancestor shrine. Correct me if I'm wrong on the term, so apologies if I am. But don't let that grief destroy you. Because that love that you have for that person, that person wouldn't want you to destroy yourself. And for some of you, I'm sensing that there was a complicated relationship. Some of you lost that. So some of you that I was sensing earlier who had that controlling relationship with a relative. Some of you, I'm sensing that there was like a male figure in your life who he negatively affected you, and the relationship was very complicated. He wasn't there for you when he should have been, and he didn't take accountability when confronted. But you still feel attached to him because either he was related to you or he was a part of your life. And so you're wondering what to do with that now. Because if it's not somebody that you loved, then what is it? And part of moving on from experiences like that is really exploring your heart space and exploring what you're feeling and figuring out what those feelings are. Because identifying your feelings, and to clarify, I have alexithymia, so for me it's really hard, so I understand. But like, you really need to identify what those feelings are so you can work through them. And it's really important for you to process your grief so you can move forward. Because in situations like that, you want to let the person go because they hurt you, right? And part of you may feel like they don't deserve your affection or they don't deserve your grief. But like, that anger just kind of builds that energy, giving it back to them, even when they're gone. Like, I don't know if that's like a literal thing or like a metaphorical thing, but when you think about it, that's like you're continuing to give that energy to that person. And if they're alive, oof, this is going right to them. And so you need to process those feelings so you can move on, so you're not continuing to give that person your energy. Like the grief, and so some of the grief is stuff that like happened in somebody's childhood, I'm sensing, where like the guy hurt you when you were really young, and you still have a lot of feelings about that. And for those of you in that situation where, like I said, he's alive, that can be difficult. And so it's important to process those feelings and figure out what those feelings are so you can let them go, so you're not continuing to give your energy to this person that's not even there. Like, in situations like that, they really don't deserve your energy. Like, journal. Burn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you deserve so much more. And I am so sorry. Like, I'm really sensing for these specific experiences, I'm sensing like lost childhood. Like, it's hard for me to speak. Like, somebody here is grieving a lost childhood. A childhood where they could not speak, where they could not be heard. And I really feel that, because I'm kind of in, not even kind of, I'm in the same boat. I've had very similar experiences. And it's difficult to move on from things like that. If you feel the vibe, that I'm laying down, you probably know what I'm talking about. Ooh. Y'all, I'll be right back because I forgot to turn the AC back on when I blew all my candles out. And it is starting to get hotter than the Texas sun up in here, but with the humidity of Ohio. And I ain't having it. Y'all, it is a good thing I got up because a card fell and I didn't even realize it. I came back and I noticed it. So... we've got the Eight of Cups upright. So, this card was coming out. Or maybe it was the Nine of Cups. Hold on, let me look this up. I was going to say this card came out for me a lot recently, but I think it was the Nine of Cups, so I need to look this one up. Eight of Cups upright. Walking away, disillusionment, leaving behind. Y'all, what have I been saying about cycle breaking? Seriously, look at this. Okay? These are pretty basic, honestly. But, like, you're seeing through the illusion. You're seeing the other side. Y'all seeing through the bullshit. That's what y'all are seeing. You're done. You're done with the gaslighting. You're done with the old cycles. You're done with whatever shit you've been dealing with. You're done. You're ready to walk away. Do it. Figure out how to get it done and do it. You deserve better. You've got 8 cups that need to be filled. And what you're doing ain't filling none. He ain't filling none. He ain't filling none. None. If I need to, I'll come back to that one, but that's all I got to say for that one. Next, we got the Queen of Swords. Other side. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Complex, perceptiveness, clarity, introversion. What did I say? Y'all need to be taking time for yourself. This people-pleasery energy ain't working for you. Stop it. Stop it. Quit it. Stop it. You are better than this. You are better than this. Quit it. Quit it. Take time for yourself. Ridiculousness. You deserve better. Take some rest. Where did it go? Okay. Complexity, perceptiveness, clarity. Journal. Think about your feelings. Figure out your feelings. Talk to yourself. Get to know yourself. You can't love anybody else if you can't love yourself. You can't accept nobody else unless you accept yourself. Are you worried about the judgment thoughts going on in your head? Maybe it's because you judge yourself too much. You know, a lot of people pleasers don't realize how judgmental they are. They judge themselves so much. And the people they love them so much, they don't realize that they judge them. What do I mean by this? You have these little thoughts in your head. I can see it. Somebody you're friends with. You don't like your new haircut. Or you don't like their new shoes or clothes or something. You don't like the way they're doing things. And in your head you're going, why are they doing that? Or that's so rude. Or why aren't they thanking me? Or you're always asking why. Or what. Instead of just being. Instead of just accepting. Instead of just doing. Because you're always judging yourself. That's why people aren't perceiving you as authentic and honest. Because if you're always judging yourself, you're going to make other people feel judged. If you're one of those people that's like, oh, I'm so ugly. Girl. Ain't nobody going to trust you. Ain't nobody going to trust you. Because everybody else sees that you fine as hell. So they think you're a liar. Or that you want attention. So you have to love yourself. Or people aren't going to think you're authentic. You have to love yourself. Oh, but I'm so disproportionate. Oh, but I'm this. Oh, but I'm that. Girl. Your mirror is broken. You fine as hell. Shut up. Say it. You fine as hell. I'm fine as hell. Say it. That's what I fucking thought. Okay. Now, I'm going to draw some clarity cards from the Wild Unknown. Excuse me. Now, these cards were my first deck. They all have like, they don't have any like reverse meanings. And you can read them like just based on intuition. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And my rules with my tarot cards are if a tarot card is meant to be in a reading, it has to come out only one at a time, or I have to draw it one from the deck. If it comes out more than one, if more than one card comes out, I do not take it. And that's just to give me peace of mind that I'm actually drawing the right cards, that the right cards are actually in the reading. Because when you're shuffling like this, or like the bridge, a lot of cards come out through that. And if I take every single card, please. I ain't reading 50,000 cards today. No, thank you. Woo! One at a time. Okay. Why are y'all playing with me today? I don't know how mediumship works. I don't consider myself a medium. I'm not even really sure I believe in this. But like literally every time I use these cards, I swear to God, a fucking ghost pops in my room. Every time. And I'll like talk to the person I'm doing the reading for. And I'll just be like, y'all. I'll be like, yo. Does so-and-so have a da-da-da-da-da and do da-da-da-da-da? And they'll be like, what? And I'll be like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so we got 3 clarity. Y'all! For real. Y'all breaking cycles. Now, y'all ain't got no tower. And usually after the tower is the star. But y'all got the sun. The sun. Y'all need to grow. Y'all need rejuvenation. Some of y'all need some sunlight because you are staying inside like a vampire. Go get some vitamin D. Ridiculous. Treat yourself. Vitamin D. Okay. We've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. Oh, hell no. The air turned on, and I heard the door creak before I heard the air. So, girl. Oh my gosh, y'all. Ooh. Something I've always found fascinating about this card is it's supposed to be a snake, but you cannot clearly see a head or a tail. That creeps me out. So, like, for me, I just kind of think about, like, eating yourself alive. You're eating yourself alive. Let me get some more clarity words to work off of. Help me out. Reversed is confusion, brutality, chaos, and violence. Yeah, definitely eating yourself. There's things like that guilt I was talking about for some of you. There's things that are like eating you up inside. And you seriously need to go to like therapy to work through some stuff. You need to talk to friends. You need to journal, because the shit that is eating you up is shit that everybody fucking deals with. Oh, it's because my TV's not off. I didn't turn the lo-fi music on. I saw a thing in my window and it freaked me out earlier. And I'm like, why? My TV's still on, and so it's doing like stuff on the screen. I forgot to turn the lo-fi music on. But anyway, you're eating yourself up basically over spilled milk. You're like, but oh this, but oh that. Honey. I guarantee you walk into therapy and you talk to a therapist about what's going on in your life, you're going to realize that they are unfazed. Now, if you talk about your trauma, that might be a different story. But trust me, a lot of people go through a lot of things and do a lot of dumb shit. Okay? So quit eating yourself up and take care of yourself. Now, oh my God, we got another 8 here. 8 of Wands. I'm getting breakthrough moment. You're having a breakthrough. Getting struck by lightning. Ba-bam! Bitch! Where the hell it at? Creation, willpower, inspiration, and desire. That's right, baby. You are creation. You are creation. You are capable of so much. Feel it. Believe it, because it's true. Okay, so thank you so much, Pile 1. I appreciate y'all for being here and dealing with my whateverness. I don't know if it's spunky. I don't know if it's tough love. I don't know what energy I'm giving. I'm just trying to be my fully authentic self. You should too. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I hope y'all come back around here Bye. I don't know what else to do. Bye. Okay, this is group 2, labradorite and trust. Because I'm pretty sure I forgot to introduce pile 1 to what one they chose. So I'm going to do it for y'all. Hopefully I'll remember next time. Okay, so let's go over what we have. 2 of swords. We got the 10 of swords. We got the Knight of Pentacles. Actually, I don't know why I'm showing y'all right now. I'll show y'all as I go. Okay. So, let's see. Y'all been through some shit. Okay, so 10 of Swords is always a big doozy. Trauma, hurt, betrayal. Let's find some more associations to get the ball rolling. 10 of Swords, failure, collapse, defeat, betrayal, backstabbing. Ooh. Some of y'all have had a tower moment, a tower collapse moment. For sure. Y'all are changing. Y'all are ready to trust. But you're struggling because of all the betrayal and the bullshit. Let's see. Where else do I need? Oh, I know where I want to start. Strength in reverse. Woo! Damn. Lord have mercy. Okay. Sand. Now, let's see. Strength in reverse, we've got self-doubt, weakness, insecurities. Y'all need to learn how to accept your weaknesses and your strengths. It's not just about humility. It's about self-love. Okay? Now, you got strength in you. You have the capability. You're just struggling. Okay? Now, this self-doubt. Let's see. Okay, we've had heartbreak. I'm getting that from the 5 of Cups is in reverse, though. So, good things are coming. 5 of Cups usually represents loss, grief, and disappointment. But in reverse, it's about acceptance, moving on, and finding peace. That's where this trust comes in. You're learning to trust. You're learning to accept. I think I need to move on to this one. Okay, we've got the 2 of Cups in reverse. Imbalance, broken communication, tension. Okay. Let's see. We've got 3 cups, y'all. 3 cups. And 3 swords. Damn. Got, okay. You have an infinite abundance that is going untapped. An infinite abundance that is going untapped. Because of your self-doubt and your broken heart. You have cried many tears. You have lost many things. You've been betrayed. You've been hurt. You've been abused. And part of what's blocking this abundance is greed. You need to learn how to feel safe in your body. You need to learn how to be safe. And if you're not safe, no amount of therapy, no amount of journaling is going to help. Now, that's going to help you get through it. But if you're in an actively bad situation, you need to get out. Right? And so I'm sensing that this group specifically, with a Knight card, I'm really seeing that action has been taken and your life is better. And that's why you're in a space where you feel that you can trust, or you want to learn to trust again. And so this greed, this needing to feel safe in your body, is coming from these years of betrayal and hurt and pain. And there's a choice that you have to make. There's a crossroads that you're at. And you're not knowing where to go. You feel like you're going in blind. Okay, hold on. What is... Let's see. So, with Knight of Cups, upright, following one's heart, idealism and romance. That's a motherfucking unicorn, y'all. That is a motherfucking unicorn. Okay? Y'all need to learn that, like, you are so capable of creating and achieving your goals. Like, literally, you are like Coraline with the stick, looking for water. You find it, but you don't realize what lies ahead, and you're afraid that you're going to find that other world, that crazy, creepy stuff, right? And so you're stuck at this crossroads, and you feel so blindfolded, but there, ooh. But you know you have the capability to trust your intuition. You know what hurt is. You know what betrayal is. And you're coming out of it, because it's in reverse now. You're coming out of it, right? You've had it. You've cried, and you're coming out of it now. So technically it would be you had it, you cried, and you're coming out of it now. Okay? And you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And Page of Swords keeps calling out to me. I think I need to address this one. So Page of Swords, curiosity, mental energy, restlessness, and chattiness. Okay, so I'm sensing that some of you have ADHD. And some of you have these like thoughts that keep you up at night, this insomnia, this worry, or this like constant chatter going on in your brain. That's where this is coming from. And some of this indecision is coming from like overthinking. Some of it is coming from this self-doubt, this not trusting yourself. But you have the knowledge. Okay, you have the knowledge. Okay, you're just afraid that you're going to be guided by that negative experience, or the anxiety, or the overthinking, or even mania, right? I'm really sensing that. And you need to stay grounded. You know, you need to stay grounded. It's okay to be generous. You're safe. If you're in this situation, it usually means that you're safe and you need to learn how to be generous again. You need to learn how to trust again. I get this card a lot. That's why I don't usually need to look it up, but I'm needing some words to help guide me. That's what most people use these for anyway. Pentacles. 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 Tentacles. Pentacles. Conservation, security, and frugality. Okay, so some of y'all are afraid to move forward because you're afraid to lose what you have. Fear is an instinct. Right? It's normal. But if you have the plan in place, if you know what you're going to do and you know how to do it, go do it. Trust yourself. If you have the knowledge and the ability to do what you want to do it. Stop the indecision in its tracks. Make a decision. Go do what needs to get done. Save yourself. Cut the chains. Go. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Blah, 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 blah. Efficiency, hard work, responsibility, and duty. Okay, whenever I see responsibility, this is what I have to say. You need to know what your responsibilities are and what other people's responsibilities are. If you're struggling to keep a hold of your responsibilities, if you're struggling with taking accountability for things, timers can really help with that, especially if you're ADHD. I speak from experience. Timers, alarms, very helpful. Something else I need to address. What was it? What was it? What in the sand? Okay, if you are here, you've already put in the hard work. This represents hard work. You've got the money. You've got the time. You did the hard work. Now, if you're looking at your bank... Now, if you're looking at your bank account and you're saying, well, I'm broke, I'm poor. Change your mindset. Now, I ain't saying it's easy. I'm saying that's what you need to do. That's part of this whole trusting thing. I need to come back to this, I think. What do you think your highest self would do? That's a question you should ask yourself. I'm going to draw some clarity cards. See if I need anything else for y'all. Oh, Lord, my back is killing me. My family is from the South. I am pagan, but I still say, Lord Jesus and the Lord. My phone is dumb. It does not ever have enough space. I don't know why. It just never does. So it keeps cutting me off. Oh, that's a little too low. You don't need to see my thighs. Them's mine. You don't need to see those. I got my shorts on. Nobody needs to know what my pants are. I'm silly. I'm silly. Let's see. What does group 2 need? What else does group 2 need to know? Boop. Goddamn. Light at the end of the tunnel. Right? So interesting. I think group 1 got this one too. Accomplishment, responsibility, duty, and burden. And that comes back to what I was saying earlier, is you need to know what your responsibilities are and what other people's responsibilities are, and know that you are not a burden for asking people for help. You are not a burden for expecting people to fulfill their responsibilities, and you are not a burden for asking for rest. I have, oh, that one flipped over. Y'all, we have the star. The star comes after the tower collapse, right? So the star is about hope. It's about seeing forward. Again, that imagery of the light at the end of the tunnel. Oh shit. Oh my. What the? Y'all got the 2 of Cups again upright. So, better friendships, better relationships. Some of y'all are finding a love interest. Some of y'all are wanting to trust so you can find a love interest, right? So you can find a partner. You want to trust again. You want to open up your heart for that. Honestly, it's just hope. Like, this whole thing is about hope. The resilience that you need right now is hope. That will help you trust. Okay. All right, I'm done with y'all, group 2. I hope you had a good time. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped. Y'all have a great night, great day, great everything. Bye, y'all. Okay, this is group 3, the amethyst and the creativity. I think I spelled that right. I don't know. I'm dyslexic. I tried. Okay, I'm already seeing a bunch of stuff before I even look at, oh Lord have mercy, before I even look at like the little guidebook. I'm already seeing a bunch. So y'all are at a time where y'all are taking action. Things are fruitful. But y'all walls are up. Now let me tell you something about this card right here. This card can mean good things, but for me personally, when I look at this, what I see is that your walls are up so high from trauma and abuse or bullying or whatever you've gone through that has screwed you up, that it has become detrimental to you. Or conversely, you are in a situation where this will happen if you don't get the fuck out. Depends. I'm just letting you know, because I know somebody out there is going to need to hear it. Because, I mean, think about it. He's on his own. He's on his own with all these defenses. What's going to happen? He try to leave. If he tries to leave, he's going to spike himself. If he tries to fight back, it ain't going to do jack diddly against the army. There's only one of them. So you need to open yourself up, right? Now we'll get to the other meanings of the card later. Oh my goodness. I had to get a different thing to put my phone on because it kept falling down. I have a tripod, but we've been cleaning. Well, my partner cleaned the house, so I don't know where anything is right now at the moment. So, apologies. Let's see. We got the Hangman. You are self-sacrificing for no reason. Stop it. Stop it. Quit it. Okay? Let's see, is there anything else I noticed right off the bat? You've lost your childlike wonder and energy. And it's what's creating a creative block for you. You've lost imagination. You've become apathetic. Oof. Back is killing me. Okay. Now let's get down to the logistics. I don't know if that's the right word. The specifics. Now what am I saying? I keep losing my guidebook, y'all. Okay. I'm also losing my energy. Ah, my goodness gracious. Everything's falling. Give me a second. Okay, y'all, everything was fine until I started doing y'all's reading, and then everything started falling. So I'm going to take that as a sign. Y'all are dealing with some chaos going on. And I mean, honestly, I'm not even surprised. I was going to save this till later, but y'all got the tower. Y'all got the tower. Please stay. Please stay. Okay, just let me finish the reading. I know it's stressful. I got one of these the other day. I was pissed off too. Just stay. Okay, we'll get through it together. I'll hold your hand. Come on. It'll be okay. But for real, y'all are actively going through some stuff. Depression. Insomnia. Fear of loss. Fear of failure. That's what I'm getting. Okay, now let's go to the specifics. Let's start with King of Cups, because that's what I'm feeling drawn to first. King of Cups. Right? Yeah, okay. King of Cups. I'm on the wrong side, aren't I? I am. King of Cups. Oh, it's right there. King of Cups reversed. Coldness. Moodiness. Bad advice. Manipulation. Mm, 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 mm. Oh my, no, 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 no. Girly pop. What is this? What is this? Oh my God. Why are you busting your ass for somebody who don't give a shit about you? What the fuck is this? No. Ridiculous. You're better than this. You are better than this. Do not waste your time. No scrubs. No scrubs. Mm-mm-mm. No. Oh shit, I hope that don't get me in trouble, because I know YouTube does some. I hope I'm not screwed. It shouldn't be. I should be fine. But anyway, that's just like, they're right next to each other, dog. They're right next to each other. Okay. There's some synchronicities going on with all of these piles, y'all. I ain't even joking. This is crazy shit. We are all going through some of the same stuff. Oh my God. We're all going through some of the same stuff right now. Very similar, parallel shit going on, right? What else? What? Oh, that's crazy, dog. This one and this one. I like that. So I'm doing that one next. The King of Swords. Using your head over your heart, discipline, truth, and justice. Some of y'all need to use your head over your heart, because your heart is telling you that somebody loves you. But your head is telling you you're being gaslit, or you're being hurt, or you're being misunderstood repeatedly. Somebody's not listening to you. Somebody's hurting you. You either need to take action and go to couples counseling, or dump his ass. Dump their ass. Whatever the circumstances are, you know? I know guys watch this kind of stuff too, but I'm one of those people that uses like female pronouns basically all the time, but I also use like bro and dude 24/7. Let's see. Okay, let's go back to the wands, because that was interesting. We've got the 9 of Wands. Upright. Satisfaction, emotional stability, luxuries, and wishes fulfilled. Okay. So. No, that's cups. What? What? Yeah, I'm sorry. I am tired. 9 of Wands. Upright, resilience, grit, making the last stand. Okay, so these cards, I always see, I literally see these cards together so often. So, like, taking action, making last stand, that's great and all, okay? But it's hard to make a last stand when you don't have the strength to function. And if you're wasting all your energy on people that are not caring about you, sacrificing yourself for people who don't care about you, you're going to end up looking like a fool. But yeah, it's in reverse. So that's why I was saying you were losing your childhood wonder. Because this card is all about new beginnings, childhood wonder. It's all about innocence. but it's also about naivety. You know, when it's in reverse, it's about naivety, not facing the truth, you know. That's another thing I've been seeing, right? Like, you are so abundant. That's another thing I've been seeing. Like, you are literally so abundant. Ace of Pentacles, you are so, so abundant. You are so fruitful. 10 of Pentacles, right? Literally. Literally. Some of you are finding your dream jobs. Some of you are wanting to do all of these things. Like, you're so excited. You're so enthusiastic. You're so ready to take action. So what is going on? What is group 3 missing? What does group 3 need to know? See if I can gather anything else from this, and then I'm gonna another thing about the Fool in reverse is that it's about recklessness being taken advantage of and inconsideration, which really goes along with this card. Coldness, moodiness. You know what I'm saying? So some of you are going to be offered a deal from one of these people in your life that's inconsiderate, cold, treat you like shit. That's not going to be fruitful. That's not going to be good. The creative thing that you're wanting to do, that's what you need to go for, because whatever they are going to be offering you is malarkey. It is malarkey, because you are capable of this. You are capable of this on your own. You do not need them. Their cup is empty. They're trying to drain you and fill themselves up, but they're upside down because they're jacked up, okay? And they're trying to bring you down. Don't fall for it. Quit sacrificing for them. Quit it. Stop it. Okay, so Tower upright. Upheaval, broken pride, disaster, crumbling foundations. The things that you knew, the old cycles that were there, the stuff that made you think you were safe, but you were really just being comfortable, that shit has got to go, or is already going. That there's this chaotic energy going on, and you feel like you can't control it, but you need to understand, like, you're grounded, you're in control, you are the knight, you are taking action, you are capable, you are the king, okay? You are literally the authority of your own life. You are the ruler of your own life. You are the creator, you are the maker. Okay, now it's time for clarity cards. I just zipped that closed. You gotta be kidding me. Hold on. I just had to get a drink there. Excusez-moi. 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 No. Pardon. Pardon me? Pardon me? No. How do you say that? I don't remember. Pardon? No. Oh, one. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's actually kind of good. So, I saw a black swan and I felt like it mattered. I got this image in my head. So, I'm getting like, you want your black swan moment. Like, some of you, like, really like the movie Black Swan. And you want your black swan moment, but you're missing the plot of the story, which is that if you give too much into your creativity to the point where you are exhausting yourself, you need to calm down. You need to chill out. You need to take a chill pill. You need to take care of yourself. You need to rest. Here's a thought. Okay, your worth is not predicated upon what you produce. Your worth does not equal what you produce. Let me say it again. Your worth is not predicated upon or equal to what you produce. Ooh, okay, one card. Ooh, hello. Wait. Interesting. Am I holding this weird? No, okay. Okay, wow. Okay, we got two reverses. Naturally. Interesting. Thought I was holding the deck upside down, but they're all different. Oh, shit. Oh, hello. Okay. Hey, how we going? Ow, my back. Oh, okay. Let's see. We got good things. Okay, so, definitely like third eye opening, like intuition opening, becoming aware of your like joy, your purpose, your path. I'm seeing that some of you could definitely benefit from the divination path of like scrying. I think it'll really help you interpret your imagination. And interpret, like, help you tell the difference between your imagination and your intuition and really help you with that. And it's also just kind of fun, you know. Let me see. But okay, let's start here. Judgment in reversed. Lack of self-awareness, self-doubt, and self-loathing. However, what I see is that you're flying away from this. You're coming away from this. You're changing, okay? You're a bird breaking free, right? So this energy is, you're leaving it behind. That's part of what this tower is, right? That's part of the collapse. Hold on. I just had a freaking sneezing coughing fit, y'all. Like, that's crazy. Okay, so let's go 3 of Wands in let me show you 3 Wands in reverse. Obstacles, delay, frustration, and patience. Yeah, we're going back to that chaotic energy. Delays. That's interesting. You feel like you're being held back, but you don't realize the opportunities you're being given. You're not seeing the things that the universe is offering to you. You're not seeing the gifts that you're being given. And then we have the Four of Swords. We have, y'all, rest, restoration, contemplation, and withdrawal. Something that could be helpful is like going out for walks, like sun, naps, reading a good book, listening to rain, learn what your body needs. Love yourself. You deserve it. All right, group 3, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you had a good time. I hope it resonated. Good night, good day. Bye, y'all.